Hey everyone, welcome back to Motivation Oprah, the place where we don't just talk motivation, we live it. If you're ready to build a stronger mind, transform your life, and step fully into the person you were meant to become, then you're in the right place. Today we're diving into a powerful topic, 8 things you should remind yourself every single day. Not just to feel good, but to think better, live stronger, and overcome the storms that life throws at you. So grab a notebook. These reminders, they're not fluff, they're fuel. Let's get started. Brain one, enough right now. Every day the world tells you you're not enough, not smart enough, not successful enough, not attractive, wealthy, or talented enough. But here's the truth. You were born enough, and you don't need to prove your worth, you need to believe it. Light bulb, real life example. Oprah Winfrey, born in rural Mississippi, raised in poverty, and a survivor of abuse. Oprah was told she'd never succeed. She was fired from her first job in TV, but she never gave up. Why? Because she chose to believe she was worthy of a greater future. She once said, "You alone are enough. You have nothing to prove to anybody." Let that sink in. You don't need to hustle for your value. You just need to grow into your potential. Hourglass not done too. This moment is all I truly have. We obsess over the past. We stress about the future. But the only time we can control, shape, and live is now. The present moment is the only place where change happens, growth happens, healing happens. Light bulb, real life example. A kid living with depression for years, Eckhart had a breakdown, or what he called a breakthrough. He suddenly realized, I cannot live with myself any longer. That split-second awareness created a powerful shift. He started practicing presence, being fully here. Now he teaches millions through the power of now. He didn't change his life by fixing the past. He changed it by waking up to the now. So ask yourself, what can I do right now to move forward, even just 1 inch? Hammer 3. Progress is more important than perfection. Perfection is the enemy of progress. It whispers, wait until it's perfect. But perfection never comes, and you stay stuck. Here's what matters more: consistency, tiny wins, showing up even when you don't feel like it. Light bulb, real life example. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits. James didn't write the best-selling book overnight. It started with writing small blog posts, 1 habit at a time, 1% better every day. He says, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Forget perfect. Build better habits. Build discipline. That's how real progress happens. Flex biceps 4. I've survived every hard day so far. Read that again. No matter how broken, tired, or hopeless you felt, you're still here. You're still breathing. And that means you're still in the fight. Light bulb, real life example. Malala Yousafzai shot in the head by the Taliban at 15 for wanting an education. She could have given up. She could have hidden. But Malala survived and came back even stronger. She used her voice to fight for millions of girls worldwide and became the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner in history. If you're still here, you're still meant to do something powerful. Your scars are not signs of defeat. They're signs that you survived. Counterclockwise arrows, button 5. A failure is feedback, not final. Studio voiceover, failure feels permanent in moment. It feels like the end. But most of the time, failure is just a redirect, a lesson, a setup for your comeback. Light bulb, real life example. Oh, Disney, did you know Disney was fired from a newspaper job for not being creative enough? His first business went bankrupt. His ideas were rejected over and over. But he used failure as feedback. He learned, he adapted. And now his name is one of the most iconic in entertainment history. Failure is never final unless you quit, get back up. Try again, adjust the plan, not the goal. Brain 6. In my thoughts shape my reality. What you believe, you build. What you focus on, you feel. If you constantly think negative, self-defeating thoughts, you'll create a negative, limited life. But if you train your mind to look for growth, gratitude, and opportunity, you'll attract progress. Light bulb, real life example. Jim Carrey, before he was famous, Jim Carrey wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered and dated it 5 years into the future. He visualized it every day. He kept going through rejections and depression until years later he was paid exactly that amount for his role in Dumb and Dumber. He used the power of focused thought to change his life. So ask yourself, what thoughts are you feeding your mind every day? Red 7. I don't need to compare myself to anyone. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to destroy your peace. It makes you forget your journey, your strength, your unique path. Let's be honest, people only show their highlights, their filters, their best 5%. You're comparing your real life to someone's edited version. Lightbulb real life example. Ed Sheeran, when Ed Sheeran first started performing, he was awkward, nervous, and had a speech impediment. He didn't look like a pop star. He could have compared himself to polished, a perfect artist and quit. But he didn't. He stayed in his lane. He practiced. He got better. Now he's sold millions of records and does it his way. You were never meant to be a copy. You were made to be an original. Sunrise over mountains 8. Every day is a new chance. No matter what happened yesterday, you woke up today. And that means the pen is back in your hand. You can choose differently. You can start again. You can rebuild. Lightbulb, real life example. Colonel Sanders at 65 years old, after being rejected by over 1,000 restaurants, Colonel Sanders finally got his chicken recipe picked up. Most people think it's too late, too old, too far gone. But every day you're alive is a fresh page. So write something bold, do something brave. Person mail closing recap. Let's take a breath and recap these 8 truths. I am enough. Right now, this moment is all I truly have. Progress matters more than perfection. I've survived every hard day so far. Failure is feedback, not final. My thoughts shape my reality. I don't need to compare myself to anyone. Every day is a new chance. You don't need to remember 100 affirmations, just these 8. Say them every morning. Repeat them when you doubt yourself. Write them on your mirror if you have to, because the most powerful voice in your life is the one in your own head.